Morning everybody, Grandpa Doss Farms, how are you? The deer are waiting on us. Let's see how many we got. There's two or three, yeah. Good morning everybody, good morning. Want your corn? Huh? Yeah. Now they'll take off. They'll go into the woods a little ways. There they go, there's 4 of them. Hi, good morning. How are you, pretty girl? Yeah, and what they do, see, they know I start at this end. So she'll go out there. We gotta wait for me to put the corn down. And then she'll circle around from the other side. Oh, look at that, how close she is. Oh, what are you snorting at? I got your breakfast. Oh, you're not gonna go the other way, huh? That's fine. I hear you, I hear you. Here, there's the, hi, pretty girl. I know, just a minute, hang on. Oh my goodness, well, don't bite the hand that feeds you. Come out wherever you are. Come on, come out. Say, well, if you leave, we'll come out. Oh no, okay, I'm walking away. What I do then is I walk all the way down this way, and they don't feel threatened. Well, why am I out here this morning? You know, we are in the throes of a heat wave. Actually, here we're cooler than most of you are from the central part of the states going east. I think some of you are going to get some triple digits today over the next few days, so be safe, be careful. You know, Grandma, she'll be in the video a little later on. This whole hot weather's tough on her, you know, tough on a lot of people, but I thought I'd give her a little break, part of this video, and do a little filming this morning and just kind of do the morning, start the morning routine anyway. I have a couple of major things I got to do. One, guess what? I told you in the last video, did order an exhaust fan like what Chad has. And it came in, so today I'm going to install it. I'm really excited about that. The second big thing is taking care of our goat feeding issue. If you've watched our last few videos, it's been extremely frustrating trying to feed those 3 little ones and having Rambo and Gizmo just hammer Abu. Now it doesn't happen often because I'm standing there, I don't just let them go, you know, crazy on each other. So, you know, I stand there and referee, but it's a process. So I've been kind of thinking some way to improve that. And thanks to you all, here's what's crazy. The solution that I'm going to use is one I've used before, but I just had this mental block of, you know, what am I going to do? So we're going to show you that later on. I haven't fixed it yet, but I will. So I'm not going to show feeding the goats this morning because I just thought of it. I'll get that fixed up. Anyway, that's two big things. And actually getting the exhaust fan and the solution to fixing the goats really were 2 of them that y'all come up with. And so that's why the comments, I told you last time, you know, when you comment, send me emails, I look at them, and y'all have some great ideas, and I appreciate it. That's it's a wonderful thing about what we have at this channel, because I have so many of you, thousands of people, and you come up with all kinds of ideas that we may, you know, Leanne and I may never ever think of, so appreciate it greatly. All right, let's let the girls out. Hi, Gray. Good morning. How are you? There's a little, oh, Dad, get out. Look, run quick. I may grab you. That's one of our little well summers. Hi, Miss Harrietta. How are you this morning? Things okay? Shave your feet. All right. Uh-oh, you know what? I got to open that gate. They're all waiting right there. That's our little, there's the, most of the new ones right there. That's, they get, for some reason, they come out that back door and they go over there to come out. Let's see what we got going on in here. All right, good morning. Hi, Mags. Got anything to say? I heard you. Let everybody know you're around. Come on, say good morning. Say good morning, Goss Farms family. Come on, you can do it, buddy. He says, no, I just want to fly down. Get out of my way. He'll fly down right here. Just a second. See if he comes shooting out of there. Come on, buddy. Here he comes. He wants to. He's thinking about it, thinking about it. There he goes, attaboy. Now he'll wait for all the girls to see him strutting around, see him strutting. Yeah, he waits for him to come out, then he chases him around the yard. Let's get this other gate open. Here we go, come on, let's go girls. See, I've already taken that other little cooler down there. We're gonna send those things back. Somebody had mentioned, and it is true, you don't want moisture going into the chickens and them breathing that in. It can cause some respiratory issues if there's too much moisture in the air. So I didn't think about that. You know, I knew after a little bit, common sense will tell you don't want to saturate that air. Hey, you guys ready for some wormies this morning? You want a big breakfast today? Pancakes, bacon, eggs. Oh, yeah, you'd love some eggs, wouldn't you? Bugs. Oh, get them. There's a couple bugs. Jump, get them. There we go. Good job. Get them. Yeah. Let's go have wormies for breakfast. Come on. Let's go. Let's get some wormies. Come on. Yeah, well, they're eating a few mulberries. We'll do a wormy dance. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Da 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 da. Little grapevine action. You joining me? They had a girl. Hi, Gray. Hi, Gray. Want some wormies? Ta-da! Ta-da! There we go. That was a good one. Good dance. Here we go. Come on. Here we go, girls. I'll tell you what. I'll scatter them out. You get them as you want. All right. I know it's early. You girls want some scratch too, huh? Let's do some scratch. Haven't hung these up yet. Oh, those fly. I need to hang these up. That's my fly catchers right there. I'll put them over here. Set them right there. I don't buy the bags like some of you've seen. Those, I think it's called the ranch fly traps. And they're disposable. You let them fill up and you can get them like twice as big as these that you put up here. But these are reusable. I can buy the little bags of the material that goes in them, you know, and you empty these, fill them back up with water, and then put that bag in there. So these are reusable. Now, the downside to that is, like, they do stink. I saw old Cog Hill. He had a mask on. He's about ready to gag. Now, I'm here to tell you right now, I've had these for a couple of years. And when them flies get in there and that heat hits them and they fill with flies and you dump that out, you'd better be down, let's see, you better be upwind. It is the nastiest, most foul smelling stuff you've ever smelled in your life. And I know some of you probably use these things, but they're extremely effective. Technically, I need to hang these up today somewhere else. What you want to do, you can see the flies hanging around them. It's just quite gross, but they work. My goodness, they work. I should hang them further away instead of closer to, and that way the flies are drawn away from wherever you're not wanting them to be. Does that make sense? I think it does. Let's get some scratch. All right, here we go. Here, Harrietta. Here we go. Come on, girls. Here we go. Come on. Come here. Come on. Now the newbies, a lot of times they won't come out. Here we go. You know, I told you my mulberries were about done. Good grief, I've got more mulberries on the ground. See all the little mulberries laying around there. Still producing. I love this time of morning when the birds are out here like this. You know what I mean? Nice and calm. Yeah. Yep, here, girls. Here you go. There we go. Get you some scratch. That's a good breakfast this morning, huh? Good stuff. I know. Bark, bark. These deer are so silly. One or two of them will run the others off. Every species has a pecking order, don't they? Chickens, goats, deer, whatever it might be. Yeah. Speaking of deer, I showed you they ate my blackberries down. And a lot of you comment or laugh and say, hey, don't feed the deer. Well, I know I bring a lot of this on myself with the goats, giving them grain. They probably don't need the grain. No, I know they don't need the grain. They can survive on hay, you know, just foraging. But it's what I do. The grain has some minerals in it, good stuff. So I just can't stop it cold turkey. I probably won't ever just stop it. What's the matter, huh? That's a new one. That's a Will Summer. As far as my blackberries go, I know that I invite them because I grow blackberries out there. Now they haven't touched them since I put the fence up. They're not reaching over, reaching through. They're quite tall enough to get over there. The bushes aren't quite that tall enough yet for them to reach. I know if I feed them corn and then they show up over there, the next step, logically speaking, is whatever I've got growing out here. I know that. And you know me, I can't help myself. So even though y'all go, duh, Ralph, if you feed the deer, they're going to be around the house. Stop feeding them. Once upon a time I did, you know, I didn't always feed the deer, and I have done it and then I've stopped, but I walk out there and there's 3 or 4 of them waiting on me. I just can't say no. I can't turn them down. So I know I'm not griping about it. It's a reality, and I will try to, in feeding them, also come up with a way that they won't bother the blackberries and other things, you know. So we're going to live in harmony. That's what we're going to do. Peace and harmony with the animals. Become one with nature. At the same time, try not to get too frustrated, which for me is difficult. But I'm going to feed the deer corn, and I'm going to feed the goats grain, and I'm going to let the chickens on the front porch, and they're coming in the garage. I know it's a thing. It will be fine. I like them around. There's my little boy. There's my buddy. That's my little buck. There he is. Didn't see me. Hey, buddy. My antlers are getting bigger. You're growing up. It's weird that I live where I live, and this was not the plan, but here we are. Here we are. But I appreciate y'all's comments. Believe me, you state the obvious, and you're right. I just invite trouble. I do. I invite it, but I like it. Yeah. Anyway, good morning. Hope y'all are having a great day so far. Got a lot of things to do today. Stick around, and I bet you we do a rock and talk, and it will be a good one. If you've watched our last few videos, when we come out and feed the little goats, it's been quite the problem with the 3 little ones getting along, especially Rambo right now. For some reason, he is just being very bullish toward Abu. Gizmo, not so much, but he can be the problem. So, you know, it's not enjoyable when that happens, to come out here and feed these animals. And you know, I love these animals, but I don't like what they do sometimes. You know what I mean? That's kind of like people, isn't it? I love them, but sometimes I don't like what you do. And so it's not enjoyable coming out here, and I kind of dread it. So I got to get something done that doesn't go on. Because of some of your comments on the last video and a few of your ideas, I'm going to try one. Hey, I'm going to go down. I didn't tell everybody exactly what I was going to do, but I did tell them it was their idea for the goats. So I'm going to go down and get you-know-what and put it in you-know-where and see if you-know-what happens. Works, okay? Oh, we got busted. Hi, everybody. I know. I see you. I see you. So am I going to go do this? Are you helping me, or am I doing it?
Well,
I don't
I
care.
gotta change clothes.
It doesn't. Well, I got to go down and get you-know-what to do you-know-what with.
Okay.
And
I'll bring her ear stuff out. I'll go change clothes, and then I'll bring her stuff for her ear out.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Here is the big reveal, and somebody probably already guessed it. We're going to do what we did. Remember, we used to had that pin, and we'd separate the little ones from the big ones by just taking a piece of, I always said rebar, cattle panel, and we would just swing it over. They would eat, and then they'd come back out when we got done feeding them. I think that's what we're going to do here. Somebody suggested that, and I just never gave it a thought. And I was trying to think of some big grand plan. Yeah, see, if we put that in that corner and we get him, all I got to do is get him in the door right there. Bring that over right there, see?
You put it up with those.
I'm just putting 4 plastic zip ties.
Oh, okay.
I'm hoping this is not a permanent solution.
Right, I thought you were going to use metal boy.
Heck no, because then when it comes time to remove them, I just clip them, you know what I mean?
Oh, you came prepared.
Well, sure. All right, now get in there and pretend you're a boo. Like that, there you go. And there's food in your bin, right? So you can start eating. Go ahead.
I'll pass.
Okay. And I'll get your red deals. There's one hanging down there where the pigs are.
I think there's one in the shed, maybe.
Okay, so that will be plenty of room for him, and that's just what we'll have to do. you know, and then we can just leave him in there until everybody else gets done. Whew. Come on out, and we can just put that, you know, just do that.
Okay.
Back up there for now.
All right.
Can you feel that air coming from
I
that?
feel it.
Your hair's
feel it.
blowing.
I
Yeah,
know.
nice. Well, here's what we've done so far. We've got our template drawn right here, and I'm going to cut this piece out. Here's the fan right here, and that's going to slip in that way. Okay. Got our thermostat on the bottom. I'm pretty excited about it. Let's see what happens. You know me, I'm not much of a carpenter, dear, so stand back. I got your safety glasses on out there. All right.
Where's yours?
Best way to do it. Oh, in the garage, in there on the table. Noisy. Not exactly straight.
Thought we were gonna have to get the chainsaw.
This could get ugly. It's dusty.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get my safety glasses.
Well, just step out. Woo! Goodness. Ooh,
Kill a chicken.
22 birds. 23. I am for hire, by the way. That's it. Well, that was easy. Not. Check goes. 2 minutes. Took me 2 minutes to do it. She's in. Okay, and we got. All right, didn't come on. Oh, we got. Whoa, what was that delay?
I don't know.
What was that? Oh, it's thermostatically controlled. So what I've got to do. Oh, here's fan speed. Hang on, let me turn this on. So it's got a thermostat, so it's got to be, so it senses the temperature. That's high. All we're going to do is draw. I can feel the breeze.
I can too.
I sure can. Now what I'll do eventually tonight, I've got a thermometer, so I can check it from in the house. But I'll turn it to about 65. That means as long as it stays above 65, it's always going to run. Chad has his set at 60, so his runs all the time because it's never going to hit 60. This is an electric fan motor. I've got electricity coming into the chicken coop. I'm not a big fan. I don't do heaters in the winter, infrared lights, because I don't want any fires. But infrared lights are more dangerous, I think, than this. This will be okay. And I'm not going to run it all year round. It's only going to be during peak times like right now. But it's going to make it better in here. Because see, she's panting right now. And they're trying to lay an egg. I'll turn this on, and then at night, I could always turn it down, you know, once the temperature regulates. So that's pretty cool. That's a good deal. This is the moment of truth. Will the new partition work for these three right here or not? And if it doesn't, it's on you guys, not me. Are you smiling or are you?
I'm laughing
You're looking
inside,
into
but I'm just trying to behave. Now, I'm going to go ahead and feed them and then come over and help you, because
Well,
they'll stay out.
I'm going to go ahead and do what I got to do, and you do what you got to do. How's that? That work?
Yeah.
Here, honey. You got to have these. Now it's already. Look at there. It's already started.
Get him a boo.
Already start. Well, you can't get them hardly. All right, come on, boys. You two going? Come here. Come here, Gizmo. Come here, Rambo. Yeah, let's go. Come on. Hey, let's get over here. Come here. You get over there. Come here, Rambo. You two go over there. All right. Let's do that. Here, I'll put yours in there.
Go eat your food.
Like that. Trade you. We'll have to figure out a little system there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Look, Boo is completely fine in there. Boo, you're not done eating, buddy. They're not going to get you, bud. Look at that. See, check that out. You're fine. You two, what we'll do, when Boo gets done, I'll let him out, and you two can stay in there all night long. Good part about it is, it takes the stress off of whoever's feeding them, like me. Right now, I don't have to stand there and referee. Yep, I'm going to pick all that food back up, put it back in a bowl. Look at you, Boo. You're the man. Well, so far, so good. Great idea, folks. Excellent idea. Yeah, look at Boo. Are you done? That was fast. Let's reverse this. I'll open the gate inside like that. Now you get back. Then I'll open this. And then Boo gets out. Oh, look at that. How sweet is that? Yeah, now you stay out there, boo-boo. You're done eating. I will swing this thing back over here. I'll leave that like that, boo. Here, you want your cookie? Come here, boo-boo. That's a good boy, boo-boo. I think we got it worked out now, don't we, buddy? Hang on a minute. Here's your cookie. Good job. Good boy. Don't drop it. What are you two going to do, huh? Let's see if they end up just eating or playing around or what. See, they don't mess with one another. Let's see, now that Boo's out of there, will they eat or not? Let's see what they do. What I've got to do now, before I let them out, I need to get the food out of their dishes so the dogs don't get in and eat it. And we can let these guys out. Here we go. You boys come on out because you've eaten all your food. You got to get your cookies. Hang on a minute. You're moving around. There we go. All right. Gizmo hadn't had his cookie. Here, take your cookie. Got it? Oop, can you make it? Don't drop it, dude. Well, you going to eat that off the floor? That's a shocker. Did you eat it? Uh-oh. Now here. Get back, Gizmo. Yeah. Dude, you got to learn to eat it, man. Here. You want it or not? Once it hits the ground, usually they don't. But you'd be surprised if you ate it.
Hey, buddy. Have they had theirs, P-Dub and Fox?
Yep, they're all good. He's munching now. He don't want it. All right, well, just get rid of it because he's not going to eat it. Oh, Fox will? Is Fox? Did he eat it? Oh, my word. He'll eat anything.
He's a good boy.
Buddy?
He's a good
Tomorrow.
boy.
And now you're eating. Look at you.
Yeah.
Now he's eating. You know what? It's all about Boo. Jealousy, because now he's eating.
Did Abu ate all of his?
Oh, eat all of his, absolutely. Yep, it's all gone. Well, this is a different perspective from the rock and talk or the fireplace chat, isn't it? I do like it that flag is there, though. That's pretty cool. Do you want to tell them why we're in here and not outside?
Because I'm made of sugar and I'd melt.
They'll never believe that, honey. Give them another reason. Let's see.
The cats were asleep on the front porch and I didn't want to wake them up.
And that's the truth.
That is the truth. We'll have to show them a picture. That's really cute.
I was headed outside. Hey, we're going to do a rock and talk. And she goes, are we going to go out there? It's kind of hot, you know. The thing in the yard says 101, 102, but it's usually 8, 9 degrees off for some reason. So it's
really 110.
It's 90 something, you know. And there's no breeze out there. So the porch would have been a little bit of a challenge. But I looked out the window and Mama and Baby were all curled up together, sacked out, sound asleep. So we decided that not to disturb them to do the rock and talk. And I have to admit, it does feel pretty good in here. So
yeah,
you know,
very good.
this is nice. I like this. We can start doing this every now and then.
Oh, I'm all for it through the summer.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how I fed the animals last year.
Rock.
Your surgery was June 29th.
Yeah.
And I did it for 8 weeks after that.
Yeah, you did.
It must not have been as hot.
It wasn't this hot as early, but at some point it was this hot.
Man.
You just manned up.
I did, didn't I?
You did. You just got all studly on me and went out there and did it. And I remember sitting here looking out the window crying because, you know, you were out there doing it and I could hardly watch. I couldn't watch on cameras or nothing. It just bothered me so much. So it'll be a year, June 29th, since I had my open heart surgery. You had already had your surgery to have that mass removed.
June 4th.
June 4th. So you were in an 8-week recovery.
It was supposed to be 12, but yeah.
But you were released like the day after I had my surgery
Mm-hmm.
to be able to lift more than 5 pounds or 8, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Yeah, that all, you know, for those of you who don't know, last year summer was.
Does it seem like it's been a year to you, though?
No, it does not.
It does not to me either.
No, it sure doesn't. And mentally, it's been a much better summer. I don't have to think about that. I remember I went on July the 3rd. Mm-hmm. I think we're talking about this a little premature. This is not exactly what we're going to talk about. But I remember going on July the 3rd is when I found out I would have to have open heart surgery. And then we had a big...
No, you knew before that. We met Dr. Z on July 3rd, and that's when we scheduled your surgery.
Schedule it, okay. Yeah, we knew we were going to have to do it, but he was the final, like, boom, here's why you're doing it.
And he left it up to us, and you said, I want to do it, I want to schedule it today. And you looked at me, and I said, sounds good, let's do it.
I know. So, but we are very thankful that we do not have to go through that this summer, that's behind us, and God is good. It increased my faith and yours too, and you know, I think it gave us something to relate with to other folks.
Yeah, it
you know, I mean,
did.
Just a whole lot of things, Anyway, we didn't intend to go there.
No.
Well, let's switch back. We got a lot of comments about the goats, and you all saw how it went down there. Well, I haven't had the opportunity, I think, to feed them 3 more times with that gate pulled.
By yourself? How's it going?
By myself.
How's it going?
And it's actually going well.
Is it?
Boo has learned in just 3 times. I open that gate, I open the door, and it creates a little tunnel.
And he goes right through.
He just goes in. I shut the gate, and it's like he just gives them all, the raspberries, and he just eats oblivious to what anybody else is doing. The other 2 are just standing there going.
People said, though, they felt sorry for Abu, and I used to too, but if you watch Abu, he holds his own, man. He doesn't run from them, but he doesn't put himself in harm's way either if he thinks he's going to get rammed. But he will come back and headbutt him.
When it's one-on-one.
Yeah.
But he can't do 2 at a time.
True.
Now Gizmo doesn't do it like Rambo does. He will usually just leave him alone.
Yeah.
But it is working out okay. The exhaust fan is working really well. I turn it on about 10 in the morning because that's about the time they start laying their eggs, and I'll let it run. It's running now. I'll let it run all the way until they go night-night. And I could let it run through the evening just to keep an airflow going. I haven't tried that yet.
Is there a timer on that?
No, it's just all thermostat based. I have to set it to where it just would never shut off.
Gotcha.
And just kind of keep the airflow going. And I may do that tonight.
It's awfully hot.
I know. That's what Chad does. He lets his go 24/7 just to keep airflow. And it does it does do that. So, by the way, we are going to do some painting here eventually, so you're going to watch me paint. That's coming up.
Well, that's going to be a fun project.
Yeah.
But it's going to have to be cooler, right? I mean, you have to do it early in the morning?
Just do it in the shade. I don't have to have it cooler. But you said you were going to do all the sanding.
I can do the sanding.
Well, I mean, I would do it while you're not here if you're going to be, I'd get her done. I'd go outside and do it. True.
Don't tell them, though. That's our project video. You can't let
Okay,
out
we're
what
not going to,
do.
we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
No.
Anyway, it'll
good
be
idea,
interesting.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll let you know what kind of, this is a special kind of paint. So, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of, anyway, we'll see.
I do know what people probably want to know.
What do they want to know?
How's your back?
My back is better than it was, but it's not 100%. My lower right side keeps giving me fits. So today, I looked it up. It said if you have a bad back, pain in your back, to get a medium or more firm mattress. So I ordered a firm and extra firm topper. What are you laughing
What do you
at?
do if you have a pain in the butt?
Yeah. A pain in the butt. Yeah,
Sorry.
you can't do anything about that.
Very inappropriate.
You're stuck with me.
But
anyway, I'm going to go that way because I got to figure something out.
People are going to want to know, Ralph, do you still go work out at the gym every morning?
I do, but that's not.
Ralph, do you go back into the master bedroom and lift weights and do like one of these where do you still do all that, Ralph? Do you lift things out in the garage and carry heavy things that you should not be carrying, Ralph?
What hurts my back is what I do around here, not at the gym. At the gym, you can control and you can brace yourself. It's a whole different ball game.
I'm not buying that, are you?
I mean, it's like out here today, I went and bought 4 bags of feed.
They
don't just jump onto the truck.
Here's the difference.
They don't jump out and run to the shed. I got to pick them up and put them up.
Women know that if they have a pain, they give it a little bit of time to heal. Men are a pain, and they just don't give anything time to heal.
We just keep, well, unless it was last summer and I have absolutely no choice.
I know.
But
I could call Dr. Z.
Yeah, but out here, I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice.
You have a gorilla cart.
Just,
You have a gorilla cart.
Things can be lifted properly without hurting your back.
This is probably not a good topic. I probably should not.
Yeah, really,
we do not agree on this at all.
It will get better. It just takes time. Those of you out there that know that. Now, I don't have slipped discs, herniated discs or anything like that. I've got, mine is an old age.
You have slipped disc. Oh my.
Yeah, you brought this up.
I
girlfriend.
did, and I shouldn't have, because we will never agree.
It gets better over time, and just like it gets better over time, though, your back doesn't just usually go out all at once. A doctor told me once upon a time it's a cumulative thing that happens. And then one day, I've been over one time, sat down a step, I went to tie my shoe, boom, my back just went bam. And
We were driving back.
I opened a can of dog food once and it went out.
We were driving back from vacation one time, and we were down in the hills in Arkansas, and I get car sick as it is, and he will not give up the wheel to let me drive, even if he's in total pain.
I tell you what, at that time, I wanted Jesus to take the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel. Cause
We got into the hotel room. He lays down on the bed, and that's all the further he made it. He couldn't get up. He was just not comfortable. And we had to get up the next morning and drive. The luggage was still downstairs. You know, I mean, it was insane. So I called a friend, texted a friend. I said, hey, what do I give him? And this guy knows a lot about medicine. And he said, you go get him this. It was, what do you call it? Not Afrin? Is that what
morphine?
Well, if I'd had morphine, I'd have given it to you. But literally, I couldn't get him up out of bed. He couldn't even roll to his side and get up. I thought I was going to have to put him on the luggage cart with the luggage to get him downstairs, to get him in. We had a little Honda at the time. And I mean...
That was a long trip home.
It was a long trip home.
When you have I was trying to explain it, and you all have been through this, a lot of you. When you have a constant pain, your attitude, it's hard to have a good attitude. I had a couple of days ago, I told her.
You just walked right into
I
this
apologized.
when you
Yeah,
have
I
a
know.
constant
I
pain.
apologized to her because I had that, my back was hurting like that and it would not let up. And I said, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get through this, but I'm better now. I'm better. You know,
Yeah, much better.
sitting down right now, I feel it, but it's not like it was. You know, what feels the best is sitting on a toilet.
Well,
Hear
you've
me
got
out.
two. You can go use one and just stay in there.
Hear me out, because when you're sitting on the toilet and that round shape, there's no pressure in the middle.
Well, what about those donuts that they make that, you know, those what I'm talking about?
I know, yeah, I thought about it.
Would that help?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
It might help driving, but you
might,
know.
it might, yeah. So if I want to really get relief, I go sit on the toilet. I'm just, what? That's a fact. If your back's
I just
hurting,
thought you had a problem.
your back's hurting, you know, and it's kind of and you know, I'm not talking about where you've got wires up your spine and, you know what I mean, they've replaced a lot of that. I'm not talking about that kind of pain, scoliosis and all that kind of, I'm talking about just a pulled muscle where it feels rough in the back. Go sit on the toilet
Did this
with
all
the lid up, not the lid down.
Did this all start when Matt was little and you guys were playing basketball out in front of the garage and you went to lift him up and you went out and lifted him, put his weight out there? Is that when this all started?
No, when I was 25 lifting copiers. Remember I had that little bitty, the guy that was like 2 feet shorter than me, and I reached out like this.
Yeah.
And I had to go like that so that he wouldn't fall over out of the stairs.
Gotcha.
And I didn't know at the time that would cause it, and it did. And ever since then. But I remember that night, Matt was, what, 3, 4?
No, 3.
No, he had to be 3. Or
3.
Could he pick a basketball up even?
Oh yeah. Matt used to dribble basketball, remember?
When he was 3?
Oh yeah. He couldn't hit the basket as high as it was.
Well,
but
no, 10 feet.
That's why you lifted him up.
Yeah, I bent down. I was like this. I bent down to get him. I came up and lifted him as high as I could. And
that's all you got.
that was it. I was done.
Yeah.
That was one of those, I remember that like it was yesterday, and I hurt for a long time.
Yep.
Anyhow, boy, this took a weird turn, folks. I apologize. Nobody's going to watch this.
Well, they have asked how you were,
Anyway, I appreciate it.
and they need to know, but they also need to know that you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing either.
I know. Well, when I get done with here, I'm going to sit on the pot. All right, we're good. Are we
We're
good?
good. We're good.
Thank you all for watching. Appreciate it. The comments these last few videos, I wouldn't trade for all the oil in Texas. Some of them are priceless. All right. God bless y'all. Thank you for the comments. Good, bad, and different. We love them all. Well, we love the good ones the best, I guess, don't we?
For being totally honest.
I like that pat on the back. Good job.
Oh.
Love you guys. Stay strong. Pray on. And until next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Love you.